Where do you think modern medicine has succeeded the most?
I think modern medicine succeeds the most with acute injuries like fractures, brain injuries, stroke, heart attack, and struggles the most with chronic conditions and really struggles with some parasitic diseases like Lyme disease.
I don't know about modern medicine. I'm not trained. I'm not versed. I never took any. My last vaccination was in '87. I think doctors are absolutely essential and needed for acute injury, uh, for acute illness. But when it comes to chronic, yeah, Abe nailed it on the head that we need a lot of help.
Wow, yeah, that can really resonate with me. Can lifestyle and food prevent most diseases, or do you think that's unrealistic?
100%. I don't even have to think for 1 second on that. Without a doubt, I've seen
You think they cannot or they
they
can?
can 100%, 100%. They can. That you'll always hear genetics are what loads the gun, and lifestyle is what pulls the trigger. Um, yeah, you can really screw the pooch with what you decide to do in your world. That's for sure. No arguing about it.
What about you, Abe? What is your opinion?
I, I think, I think that I don't know enough about it, I don't consider myself an expert on nutrition, but I do think that the more dangerous your diet or more harmful your diet, the more it's going to worsen your condition. And if you have chronic conditions, they're going to be made worse by your generally poor health. And
Absolutely.
certainly, the healthier you are, the better your immune system is at fighting things. Certainly, the cleaner your diet, the less you're going to have allergies complicating things or general inflammation complicating things. But I honestly don't know the extent to which it affects conditions. I'm guessing it varies amongst different diseases and different conditions. And some may be more amenable to being eradicated by the body given a more healthful diet and healthy lifestyle, and some may be more resistant and harder to treat.
Wow. Yes, I understand what you are saying. I've I've seen this within my own family and friends. So then what is one thing you wish every young person understood about their health before they turn 40?
To be blunt, I'm sick and tired of hearing old people tell you this is what happens when you get old. Sick and tired of hearing, this is just aging, that I'm going to lose all these abilities, that I'm going to have to go on all these goddamn medications. Literally, all of that is to tell a kid that this is their future. I think that's a terrible path to send them on. And I think we really have to set an example for the younger kids. So by the time that they're 18, they don't have this effed up idea in their head that they have to eat chicken, brown rice, and broccoli 3 meals a day and go to the gym 6 times a day to make sure that they don't have a heart attack or a stroke or something like that. I think that's a little unrealistic, but that was my scenario for 6 years of my life. And so to be healthy, you got to take care of your mind, your body, your spirit. You have to make good friends. You have to make good choices. You really have to do things that enhance your future versus thinking things aren't going to get to you, things aren't going to add up, things just happen because they happen. I think we have to teach them to be responsible for their actions, for their thoughts. And yeah, I know society really lacks it, like teaching kids on how to prepare for the future of what really matters, because an 18-year-old that doesn't know how to purify their own water, grow their own food, or provide their own shelter, I think that's the injustice that we do to most kids today.
I guess you asked us to pick out one thing about that, and that's
Whoops.
really hard. So I would agree with what he said, but I would add that if I had to pick out one thing, I would like them to realize that anything you improve beyond your usual baseline does help. So any exercise you get beyond your normal does have a training effect, and it's actually been proven. You don't have to go a certain period of time at a certain percentage of your resting heart rate. You don't have to do that. Anything beyond your baseline helps. And likewise with diet, if you make some meaningful change in a small way, it probably will have a meaningful effect. You may not be able to readily measure it, or you might. And so people don't feel like they have to become a different person in order to help themselves.
That's an awesome point. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a beautiful way to be looking at life.